Hello guys and welcome back. Today I'm introducing to you how to master piece control, the smartest and easiest way possible, and this guide works for all type of players. If you're a beginner or if you're a guy who just came back into the game or you just want to go pro or crack the lobbies. So without further ado, raise your volume, relax and enjoy this guide. In Fortnite, piece control is the best skill to master. Piece control is really good for offensive advantage, defensive advantage and tactical advantage. For offensive advantage, it allows you to create openings to shoot at your opponent while they're still in their structure. Defensive advantage, you can use piece control to block enemy shots and protect yourself from the damage that they want to give you. And for the tactical advantage, by controlling the flow of the fight, you can dictate the pace and force your opponent to react to your moves. In the shortest way, you read the opponent like a book. It's the easiest way to pre-box someone, putting a stair inside their box and then moving into the right or into the left based on the location that you are. Or another example, if you have light ground and the enemy is under you, you can place some cones around the boxes, then when you see that he moves in another direction, you can just full box him again and kill him, or doing any Mongrel classic and stuff like that. And now we are in the biggest question, how to master piece control. Mastering piece control takes time and practice, but there are some tips that can help you to get started. One of the best tips is practice in creative mode. Creative mode is the perfect place to practice piece control without the pressure of live matches. For example, dying and starting again, it gets tough, yeah? And there are many creative maps designed specifically for practicing piece control drills, which I'm gonna talk about them later. The second tip is learn basic edits, starting by mastering the basic edits like knowing how to use the correct way the cone, the ramp, and the wall. I'm talking about beginners, because later you're going to have to learn about the floor too, but these are the most used and the easiest way to get used to piece control. The third tip, watch pro players. Watch how pro players use piece control in their matches. Pay attention to their editing techniques, timing, and decision making. Mongrel Classic wouldn't be this popular if the players wouldn't see Mongrel doing it. So just imagine, players got used to it by watching him. Am I wrong? Of course no, or I'm letting you this decision. Comment W video if I'm not wrong. If you're a completely beginner on piece control or in Fortnite, this is the perfect map that you can learn. Shout out to Jivan for doing this perfect map for the beginners. You can get the good lessons, for example like this.
First step to learning how to piece control is understanding what it is. If you look at the bot right in front of you here, you'll see that half of the builds are yours and half of them are the enemies.
This guy did a pretty good job. Me personally, I will suggest this map to every beginner that I will see. The reason is because he explains everything at it. But if you want a map that is really advanced for competitive, it's Mechanics V5 by Raiders. And 99% of the pros use it. But of course also this map has some really advanced drills that happens in real fights too. The good reason of this map to train on is that you have guide on every drill. You see a monitor on your left, it shows you how to complete all the drill. Then you have to replicate everything that he did. The next step, play box fights. Box fights are a great way to practice piece control, and also in a competitive way. You'll learn how to react quickly to your opponent's moves and make correct decisions always. Also, don't be scared to experiment with new moves. Experiment and have fun. Don't be afraid to experiment with different piece control techniques. The more you practice, the better you'll become, because at least you're going to respawn again. And for box fights, there are only 3 options for you to train. I'm giving you only 3 maps if you decide to train your box fights. First of all, Martos Turtle fights. The second one, 1v1 piece control, and the third one, endless piece control. These type of maps are really good and they really do the work. They help you a lot in box fights. Just so you know, 80% of the time the fights are box fights in public matches, and the best box fighters are Clicks, Azenjev, and Martos. Right now I'm giving you the key of piece control techniques. Here are some key piece control techniques to focus on: pre-editing, double edits, triple edits, cone edits, timing, and prediction. For the pre-editing, if someone beams you, you can open 4 boxes, which if your opponents get into that box, you have him full box already. Then you can just get out of your box, open the window that he's in that box, and give him a peek shot. For the double edits allow you to quickly create openings and close them off again. By the way, if you don't have good settings, you can go on my last video and check it out. For the triple edits are even more advanced and can be used to create complex structures, I can say, but also works on piece control pretty well, and you're gonna get some crazy good peaks, because if you're gonna triple edit, you block your opponents by putting a wall in their face. So if they shoot you, you are protected totally. And if you master triple edits and double edits, congrats, because right now you can clip someone. For the cone edits are useful for blocking enemy shots and creating openings. And for timing and prediction, timing your edits and predicting your opponent's moves is crucial for success in this case. Because if you know the moves of the target, then GG's bro, you just master it. And from my experience in Fortnite, I'm giving you some additional tips. Use keyboard and mouse, not because controller is bad, but it's hard. You can be really good with controller, but it takes you more time than in keyboard and mouse, and it's way easy because keyboard and mouse offer more precision and control than a controller, which is essential for piece control. You have to be really fast, and if you don't play claw or you don't have pedals, with controller it's really hard. But yeah, there are some really good players in controller that dominate in the competitive way, but not everyone can be in that level. There are only 2 pros with controller, and there are hundreds of keyboard and mouse pros. By the way, if you play on console, don't worry, you can play keyboard and mouse always, and the delay is only a little bit. I play personally in console, so subscribe and like this video so I can buy that PC. If you did, thank you. If you play on console, make sure to get always the red switches, red linear switches. Keep this in mind. If you buy a keyboard, look always for red linear switches, because of course you don't have to spend $200 only for a test of going into keyboard and mouse. So for your first keyboard, you have to get keyboard with red linear switches that is under $50, and a mouse that is really low weight, for example 50 grams. Of course with side buttons if you want to use them. And as I was saying, I play on PlayStation 5 with keyboard and mouse, and the delay is really unpredictable. And if you guys are really interested in my PlayStation 5 settings, I will make a video about it in future. I got a good keyboard that doesn't cost so much money. I got it for around $40 and it's really cheap. And you can find it in my description. I'm gonna put the link in there also of my mouse. You can buy it there. It's really cheap. I got it for around $40, or in euros it takes 42 euros or something like that. By the way, this was for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like because it helps me so much, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content so you're not missing future videos. Until the next one, see you guys. Peace.